When she was a girl, her grandfather once told her, "If you want to be successful, go to China." Vivian Leonard has taken this advice to heart, and today she has settled down in Beijing. In My China, we find out how, having found a job that she loves, Vivian is looking forward to a bright future in the country.
It's water! Okay, good job.
This is a children's English language training institute, located in northwest Beijing. The teacher is Vivian Leonard. Part Irish, part German, she now calls Beijing home.
Because you are so good. You are so good. Only. And we should say... Okay, give it back. Good job.
After obtaining a degree in East Asian Studies, Vivian headed to Shanghai. There, she took a one-year Chinese language course at the city's Fudan University. From May to October 2010, Shanghai hosted the 41st World Expo. The theme was Better City, Better Life. The Expo offered Vivian the opportunity to make use of her language skills.
The 2010 Expo was the largest expo ever at that time, and I think it's going to be the largest expo for a very long time to come. I used to work here in 2010. I used to work in the German pavilion, and I was a hostess there, introducing all the objects that we had, and we would give tours to VIPs around the German pavilion and accompany them to other pavilions too.
The Shanghai Expo attracted more than 70 million visitors during the 6 months that it was held. That was an average of 400,000 people every day.
You would see all these people flowing into the pavilion, and then you would be so excited for them to come, and then they would be so excited to see you even more. And there would always be someone to remind people who would be getting off the rolling of the moving escalator to please watch their step. 小心底下，小心底下，小心底下.
The German pavilion was amongst the most popular. Never in her life had Vivian seen such long queues.
Once the gates would open, I think at 9:30, they would open, they would run. You would see them running and running. While I was going to work, they were running past me, and then they would queue up in the German pavilion. We weren't even open yet, but they would queue. And it was amazing, it was fascinating. I admire what they were willing to do to come here, and I admire their curiosity in other cultures and in other countries. They would queue for hours to see. Well, we had so much technology in our pavilion. They would look at that and be fascinated by it. La-di-da.
4 years later, back where she worked for those 6 unforgettable months, Vivian finds things are very different.
So this is the first time that I'm returning to the expo site, and it's really exciting because since I worked here, it has changed so much. It's a little bit hard to believe, to be honest. It used to be such a big building. So many people worked so hard to build and to design this, and now it's just gone. This is the first time I'm returning, and there's nothing. Now all that's left. Oh, we still have some German technology, because we still have German cars on the parking lot, lots of them. 北方 northern area, 南方 southern area, 老家 hometown, 东北 northeast, 现在离下课还有20分钟。There's 20 minutes left before class ends。跟学习汉语有什么关系？他的女朋友是中国的学生，高高的、瘦瘦的、头发长长的、眼睛大大的，都很有意思。
Yeah, and her grandfather always told her if she wanted to be successful, she should learn Chinese. That could be a reason that helped her choose Chinese. And the fact that we then moved to China was a great opportunity for her.
One of the things my grandfather had told me ever since I was small was, if you want to be successful in life, you need to study Chinese. Actually, my grandfather was a quite young grandfather, and by the time I was his first grandchild, so he was still working, and he had just returned from doing business in China, because in the 80s he started going to China when Deng Xiaoping opened China up, and that is when he saw all the potential in China and in the people. I remember him talking about how hard the people were working. He knew that there was a lot of potential, and he wanted to convey his knowledge. I mean, he wanted to give his knowledge to his grandchildren.
Her grandfather, John Edward Leonard, was born in Dublin in the 1930s. A businessman, he visited China on several occasions. And in the 1980s, when he was selling fertilizer to Chinese companies, he witnessed firsthand the country's rapid development brought about by reform and opening up.
Throughout all these years, if you keep hearing from your grandfather that it's important for you to learn Chinese if you want to be successful in life, well, it does have an impact. And then when the opportunity arose for me to actually go to China, I took it. When my father got the offer to move to a project in Shanghai, I just said, okay, Dad, if you're moving to Shanghai, I'm coming with you and I'm gonna learn Chinese. And that's what happened. When I had the opportunity to take a look at the campus, and I met some of the foreign students office staff, and I talked to students that had been attending the school, I just knew the school would be the one that I was going to attend. This was the right thing to do.
And so, Vivian began her year of Chinese language learning at Fudan University.
And here is where I studied the second semester of my year at Fudan. It was such a nice experience. I met so many nice people, many of whom I'm still in contact with today. So the language course in Fudan was 20 hours of Chinese lessons a week, and most of them for me started at 8 in the morning, and then there was a 2-hour lunch break at 12, and then there was class until 4. So this is what most Chinese universities are like, I guess, and depended on when you had class and when not. There were 20 hours over the whole week, like from Monday to Friday. I love my year at Fudan. The people were just really nice to hang out with. The teachers, they were very capable, and I'm still in contact with some of the teachers from back then. Every time I look back and I smile. It's just, I love this school.
Vivian's father visits China several times a year on business. In 2014, on a trip to Jiangsu, he traveled the short distance to meet up with Vivian in Shanghai.
What's that in your hands?
So, this is my presentation for the week that I have to make in Chinese. The product Changping.
Why is there no G?
What?
The Chang or Chang?
Changping. Daguo, Meiguo, Hezhongguo, Gongsuoguo. 我在上海住过2年，2007、2009。
到2007到2009对吧？
从2007到2009。
好了。
我在阿克玛工作了3年。
It's so funny how your accent now changes And then you sound French when you speak Chinese. 我为一家美国公司 Can you put that together? 人来上班没有事故，人回家他们身体还好，我们觉得安全第一。And what's this?
同舟共济.
Oh, okay. And what does that mean?
It means we're all in the same boat and you achieve more when you work together.
Good job!
I like China. I tried to learn as much Chinese as I could. Not as well as Vivian, and I can't write. But I still like to learn as many words as I can. Where can I find clubs? Jinmejiao Yuzhonghui. Making conversation. 吃饭了吗? Have you eaten? It's okay. 还行.
On a whim, she accepted the job teaching English, but she quickly fell in love with the work. It makes her feel as though she's an important part of the community.
The educational institute where she works is called First Leap. Initially, she applied for the job because it provided the visa she needed to extend her stay in China. With time, she found she loved the work, and more importantly, the children.
I love it. It is like we've grown, especially in the last couple of months. I feel the team that I've been working with, we've grown so much more together, like a little family, because we're all abroad. I mean, the foreigners that I'm working with, we're all away from home. And also a lot of people, a lot of Chinese people that I'm working with, they're away from home because, let's face it, Beijing is not really the home of a lot of people. Island 是什么? Island 是 mountain in the ocean. 所以下一个就是这个。然后他们这边都说馒头馒头馒头馒头。所以我必须得告诉他们不要说馒头。所以这边我们用一个鸡蛋给他们看看。
In today's lesson, Vivian will be teaching the children about the structure of the Earth. She prepares some objects to help them understand. The little girl is Kitty, daughter of one of Vivian's colleagues. She loves to play in the office and spend time with her foreign teacher.
你帮我剪这边可以吗? Okay, thank you so much. How are you today? How are you feeling? Are you angry? No. Are you sleepy? Shh.
I'm happy.
Give me 5. Okay, now can you see this one? Okay?
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Kitty. You know what? You are such a great help. 那个鸡蛋，我的鸡蛋都好了吗？谢谢啊，谢谢。你关了啊，谢谢啊。So hot. Can we say hot? They are so hot. Okay, now let's see if we can cool them down.
With everything ready, the class can begin. Some of the children haven't seen her for some time, so they're quite excited.
Missed you. Hello, yes, you are here. I am so happy you are here. Big circle and stand still. And everybody wants. I tend to play games a lot. Today, or I sing songs, or we dance, or something like that to get the kids. Well, first of all, warmed up, and to get them, today we played a game called a tutita, which incorporates the kids, all the kids following the teacher's instructions. So that's getting them warmed up too. Now, thumbs up! Thumbs up! You remember?
Yeah.
A tutita, a tutita, a tutita, a tutita, a tutita.
We are now. Who can try? Wow, what is this, Jolene? This is an island. Come on, say, it's an island. Good job, Jolene. It's the ocean. It's the ocean. What is the ocean? Is the ocean ice cream?
The ocean is the sea.
It's the sea, and the sea is orange juice?
Sea is very angry.
The sea is angry?
Yes.
Is the sea orange juice, or is it milk, or what is the sea?
It's a water.
It's water. Okay, good job. We have islands. So sometimes in the ocean, we have small. What is it?
Mountain.
It's a big mountain. Is it meat?
Fire.
It's fire. What can we call this? Inside the earth. We call it the poop. We use a lot of objects from the real world in class. So the kids actually know what we're trying to teach them. So today I was teaching about the structure of the earth, and I showed them how you can apply this to the egg, because the egg also, we could say, has a crust and a mantle and a core. So I used the egg to teach them the core, so they had something to touch.
Vivian awards the class marks. She believes that adding an element of competition helps the children to focus on what they're learning.
Okay, give me 5. Good job. Bye-bye.
The children are divided into different classes according to their English level. Vivian has drawn pictures with English captions on the classroom wall as a way of encouraging the children's interest in the language.
I feel that I feel impressed by the urge of Chinese families that to push their children to learn a foreign language, a completely foreign language for them at such an early age. It's impressive, and at the same time I am so impressed that we have so many children. If you close your eyes and just listen to them, you think they're from Australia or from the United States or from really the countries where the teacher is from. That they copy the accent. They sound exactly like native.
During class, the parents or grandparents sit outside, waiting to take the children home. English is likely to feature strongly in the children's education, right up until their graduation from university. So their parents are keen for them to study hard.
Vivian lives in a typical Chinese compound, sharing her home with her partner and their dog. As someone who is always open to new influences, Vivian believes she has integrated well into Chinese life.
Hello, Bugsy. Hello, Bugsy. Hello, Bugsy. Hello, Bugsy. Hello, Bugsy.
Foxy used to be a stray. One winter's day, Vivian and her partner Philip were out shopping when a little dog began following them. They debated whether they should ignore the animal or take him home. Finally, they decided to keep him.
I did not want to give him a name at first when I was sitting there with at the vet, because I knew that once I'd given this dog a name, I would become too attached to him. So when I got home, Philip gave him a name. Philip thought he looked like a fox. So that's where he got his name, Foxy. And now he even has his own Facebook page. Not too many, but it's just to keep up like with the family, because they know I'm crazy about him. They all know. Yeah.
Foxy, as a former stray, has problems with his temper. He becomes nervous easily and can be aggressive towards strangers. Eventually, Vivian contacted a professional dog trainer.
We have this issue with him that he's super protective. He's super protective of his home, and when people come knocking at the door, he will yell and bark excessively. And we've tried to get this under control, but we haven't been able to. So this is one reason why we called Dennis for help. And after the first session, this problem has already been improved so much, so good. It's gotten so much better.
Come, yeah, tell him come. Come to you. Okay, even if you have to get the treat out and put it in front of his nose and get him to come. Good. And sit. Look, Philip, you can say, watch me. Okay. Good. And sit. Good. Okay.
Where?
Vivian takes her dog for regular walks in the compound where she lives.
就害怕狗，怕别的狗，它本来流浪狗嘛，
长得短的，跟着小狗。
对，
叫什么叫小狐狸？
就是对，因为它像狐狸吗？
像狐狸。
就是它英文名叫 Foxy， 有嘴叫。
小狐狸。
We live in a pretty Chinese compound. We're probably the only non-Chinese people in this compound, and we like it that way. I mean, we get a lot of questions. Everybody wants to know where we're going, where we've been coming from, like what we've been doing, or why I'm out my boyfriend, or where my dog is, stuff like that. We get those questions all the time. But at the same time, I feel that the people in this community, they like us, they accept us, they know we're not your average expat. And I mean, when we got into the elevator, they all know where we live. They don't even ask anymore what floor we're in. They just help us press the right number. So, yeah.
Vivian's best friend is Polka. The two met at Fudan University.
我觉得他特别开朗，特别活泼，他非常愿意去了解新的事物。其实因为我老公是老外嘛，所以我知道其实老外有很多东西他是不愿意尝试的。比如看到你吃这个鸡爪，他其实不知道那里有多少吃，对吧？但是他就不愿意吃。他看到你吃猪脑，看到你吃这个火锅，他都不愿意试。但是 Vivian 他愿意试所有的东西。我觉得这种愿意勇于尝试的这种精神，不光是体现在食物上，其实体现在生活当中方方面面的。我很希望我家的这一位能够有他的这种精神，但我觉得这看人，真的不是每个老外都做得到的。
Sometimes after work, Vivian enjoys singing karaoke with her colleagues. Karaoke is very popular among young Chinese who, with microphone in hand, can imagine they're a pop star, singing on stage in front of a crowd of thousands. In 2014, the Disney film Frozen was shown in Chinese cinemas. Its concluding song, Let It Go, became very popular. In July 2015, Vivian's father made his latest business trip to China. For the first time, he saw her Beijing apartment.
Okay, so I live there. 15. No, I took 16.哦，可以，没问题。我们16层啊，16层。
Vivian books a foot massage for herself and her father.
You will click on this that you will want to order, and then I will want a foot massage. And then here I can choose different kinds. So today I think I booked that one.
你好，
给我打个吗？
请问是为哪位服务呢？
啊，这里，进来。
那请问
Foot massage has been proven to promote the blood circulation and relieve physical stress. Vivian wants her father to relax after his long journey.
All of us had a foot massage. We have one picture with all of us. I took my brother. His first time. He was 50.
This is Philip, my brother Kevin, my dad, my sister Miriam, and me. And we were all getting a pedicure or foot massage. I forgot.
45分钟，我现在为你服务了，开始了。
你好，女士。先给您做腿部放松。
A foot massage is supposed to end with the feet soaking in very hot water. But Vivian's father is in a hurry to get to the airport, so he cancels the foot soak. Although their meetings are only fleeting, father and daughter enjoy relaxing together.
Don't you need a VPN? Don't you need a VPN for that?
I don't know my phone.
From all the photos that I've seen my dad doing his hard work, I think I could make a vlog like that.
Few drinks at the airport and I sleep on the plane. And that's when I was here to film a safety film for Arkema.
And this time?
行，
需要再大点吗？
可以。好吧，这就是跟电视差不多了。
好吧。
哎呀，你是哪来的？
我是从哪里过来的吗？
不是，你是北京人？
我不是。
不会吧？啊，你哪来的？
河南的。
河南？
对，河南少林寺。
少林寺啊，我听过，没去过。
有机会可以去。
没去。你们一天是去几家？几个？
不一定。是吗？
有点儿。
这样会疼吗？
不会。等一下，English 啦。
45 minutes has passed, and Vivian settles the bill through social networking application WeChat.
This is a calligraphy student gave me. His name is Jerry, and he made this for me. 情人之上 Yeah, it basically means you're a high flyer, and I guess is the best way to translate it. I need to get it framed, and I want to put it on the wall because I think it's really cute of him.
It's very nice, I think.
Yes, it's so professional too. I was surprised, really. Yeah, it's really nice.
Vivian's hard work and enthusiasm have recently won her a promotion. It seems she's set for a bright future in China.